Vanishing point is a filter that will allow you to make it look as if one of your photos is directly on this signage on this building. So let's take a look at how. I've got these two shots of a pug that I will replace the people with. So we'll start with this shot, and I'll do select all, and I'll copy this selection. This will hold the image in the clipboard so I can paste it after drawing my vanishing point grid. I'll come back to my building sign image and I'll choose Filter, Vanishing Point. When I bring up Vanishing Point, there is a grid or plane tool. And we'll start with this one. But a side note, and this happens to me every time I do it, I'm going to hit Cancel. And it's best to make a new layer before you do vanishing point. That way, especially on this image, I could build a mask around this post so it looks like the image is behind it. And I could do layer blending modes if I've got shadows or other things that I'd like to blend. But what I'm going to do is name this Pug 1. And now I will run Filter, Vanishing Point. And all I have to do, and I'll zoom in to make sure it's accurate enough. I'm zooming in with Command plus or Control plus, and the wheel of my mouse is a bit fast, so I'll drag this down. And I'll just click at each corner one time. And I got blue. A blue grid means it's perfect. It's a natural perspective. If you get red, it means it really isn't a natural perspective and you should not do it. If you get yellow, it means it might be okay, but it's probably not perfect. This one's a good enough shape that I don't think I'll get red or yellow, but there, I've moved it far enough so you can at least see those. And now all I do is hit Command V, as in Victor, or Control V to paste. And the image is pasted up here, but as soon as I click and start dragging and my mouse crosses over the blue plane, it puts it into perspective. Now he's a little too big, so there is a free transform tool built in, and I tend to hold down the Shift key as I look for the stretch arrows, not the rotate, that's rotate. This is stretch, and I'm holding down Shift to keep him proportional, and then dragging him up. Shift drag. You really need to be at a corner for this to work well. And I think I'm happy with that. So I will click OK, and there we have the pug. And you could try something fun like a multiply blending mode, but in this case I would need to clone out the guy in the background for that to work. There are others like soft light or screen that you can play with, but I'm going to leave him mostly solid, normal for this example. You could try on your own to clone out the background image, and if I wanted to pick up some of this greenish tinge, I could apply an adjustment layer to the pug. But let's do the second one. Layer, new layer, Pug 2, then go to my Pug 2 image, choose Select All, copy, click on my image where I want to place this guy, and choose Filter, Vanishing Point. I'll zoom in a bit and you'll notice it even saves each plane or surface you build. This is excellent for packaging because the vanishing point can actually wrap around corners or other surfaces. And I'm going to use my scroll bar because my wheel on my mouse is just too fast for me today. And I'll go back to the Create Plane tool to create a second plane. And if I am close to the bottom, it will touch it and scroll very subtly for me. So I don't need to click. I'm not clicking. I'm just moving my mouse over the scroll bar and it automatically scrolls. And the last click will finish this. There is a little bit of a border here. I always play with it a bit to see if I can get it perfect, but I'm happy with that. Command V or Control V to paste. Drag this over the blue, and now he's popped in. And I need to get to the corner to transform him. So I'll go to Transform, hold down Shift and make sure I see the stretch arrows, and always let go of your mouse first when you use a modifier key like Shift. Excellent. I'm going to maybe scale him down just a hair more. And we'll imagine this is the singing pug who sings the blues. There we have it. So you could apply adjustment layers to make this look more realistic, but this has been your tour of using vanishing point, copying a selection from one image, pasting it in, and getting it to align to that plane or grid. There's even another building sign image in your assets folder if you want to try this with a different shot with some of your own images. So go and make yourself a star by putting images of you on some signage.